GreaterHealth Pharmacy and Wellness's primary goal is to provide an equitable healthcare experience for all people. The problem that I saw in my community was inequities that existed in the healthcare system. And it was something that I knew in order to be successful and grow into a strong community, we had to solve that challenge. We created GreaterHealth Pharmacy and Wellness because there were people in the community who were facing inequitable healthcare outcomes that needed support. There were people who didn't have transportation and couldn't get their medication. There were people who didn't have a trusting relationship with a pharmacist and weren't able to take their medication correctly. We wanted to build a healthcare experience for those people who, when they come into a pharmacy or they come into a healthcare provider, they don't necessarily get a warm and welcome experience. GreaterHealth Pharmacy and Wellness is different because we are a radically inclusive, culturally responsive, and free delivery pharmacy, and we are the first of its kind in the US. I was previously a Focus Emerging Leaders Fellow, and I understand the background of the organization and the impact that the organization has on developing leaders from St. Louis. And so getting an award specifically from this organization means a ton, and it means that we're in the right direction.
So the Tap-In Center started during the pandemic as a safe place for people to come to re-engage with the legal system if they had missed a court date, all without fear of arrest. COVID brought so many challenges that made appearing to court very difficult, and we were really seeing people struggle to keep up those appearances and to stay engaged with the system. The key feature of this program is the ability to come to us if you have a legal issue, if you have a warrant, if you just don't know what to do in your court situation, you don't know who to call, maybe you don't have an attorney or another advocate. You can come to us and we're able to take care of those warrant situations and provide guidance. Today, the Tap-In Center has helped recall over 700 warrants. That means that all of these people are staying in the community, they are living their lives without that lingering fear of arrest. So they're not going to jail for days or weeks just because they missed the court date. They're not losing time with their family, losing jobs, missing rent, all because we were able to handle these issues in the community, get them re-engaged, all without further burdening the already taxed criminal justice system. We continue to see how important this program is for those in the community, but also how important it is for our justice system partners. So we would love to see this continue locally and also be modeled in other cities across the country.
What this program does is allows homeowners who may have a judgment on their home, who may be in a position to lose their home, it removes that judgment so that homeowners are able to keep their home and keep their piece of the American dream.
Every year, the collector of revenue has what we call a suits and sales, where those individuals that haven't been able to pay their taxes, their homes are available for sale. And this is when the whole thing comes into play.
It is truly a public partnership where the data from the collector's office is used in this, and we're able to assist on the front line in order to get the homeowners connected to the resources so that they can still stay in their home, the city can get their taxes, and it's a win-win for everyone.
When you allow somebody to stay in their home, obviously, it does wonders for that family, but it also does a wonderful job in the community. That's a person or a family that has been in their homes for 20, 30 years, and sometimes over $2,000, $3,000, people could possibly lose their home. We can't have that. In today's world, we just can't have that. And that's where this partnership has come together to allow people to stay in their homes, stay in the neighborhood, secure the street, secure the neighborhood. It works out great.
And on the Park Central side, the mission of Park Central Development is to build urban, vibrant, equitable neighborhoods. So this hits right at the heart of our mission of access for everyone to be in a place in a city where they can live, work, and play.
So I've been an educator for a little more than 25 years, and I've done everything from teaching first grade to being a principal, an assistant superintendent, and I've always worked in communities that serve Black children. And what I've noticed is that Black children struggle in school, and particularly with literacy. In metropolitan St. Louis, from 2014 to 2019, 75% of all Black children failed in reading. And in 2022, 86% of all Black children failed in reading. And so this project is for those children. Those are generations of citizens in St. Louis that might not have a thriving adult life. And so that's what this program is trying to change. This award means a lot to me. I am a Leadership St. Louis graduate, and I remember when I applied for Leadership St. Louis, in my application and interview process, I talked about really wanting Leadership St. Louis to focus in on the things that were happening in North St. Louis, because I felt there weren't a lot of leaders in Leadership St. Louis that were reflective of young people from North St. Louis. So here I am many years later as a more adult and mature leader who's focusing on things in North St. Louis, getting some success, and now being recognized by Focus St. Louis for that work. So this means a lot to me.